definitely overhyped, but it's still interesting, just like similar to GameStop. Just looking at some of the news. Roaring Kitty is again on Twitter. STonks. Let's see. Meme surge. Oh, names. Users get rewarded with a free popcorn under new Investor Connect program. What? That's interesting. Yeah, this thing's just taken off. It's crazy. So is BlackBerry, although not to the extent. It's still up like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in 5 days, about 50%. From about $8.50 to 13. That's taken off. But yeah, actually, how much is AMC up? In 12, what is that, like 300, 220%? Jeez. Yeah, yeah, we could talk about uranium too in a little bit. It's doing pretty well. It's still in this channel. I think it wants to break out. Yeah, if you look at actual uranium, I'm not gonna say it like broke out, but it is definitely trading in the higher range, and it looks like it has that momentum. If you look at it in like a weekly, yeah, that kind of, I think we gotta see a pullback still, just looking at that, but no need to. SM Energy did phenomenal the other day. Basically broke out of that 18 to 15 and a half pattern or consolidation. Now it's up like 25% again from there, so this thing is moving. Too bad I don't have any shares, but should have kept mine. No, I'm sorry, Cal, I'm tired. Even though it's the morning. What was the big thing I want to talk about? Where is it? Take a look at the SPY. To me, it's still extended like a lot. We are getting this like weakness, kind of. At least it's looking pretty weak. Like we had that pullback, we got that kind of going up, but wow, what's the word? I guess just going up, but looking pretty roundish and weak. Still pretty bearish. Nothing really changed from my last video. I think we're just so extended. And I don't know exactly why. In the Q's. Triple Q. It's not looking too hot still. Still even more extended. I'm not saying we should be at this line, but I'm not saying we should be here either, you know? Like maybe like this line would be height, but that's still far off. We'll see. I've been selling some stuff. I think I'm like 23, I don't even know, probably still 20%, maybe 22% cash, something like that. Selling off EMX just to get some profits, deleveraging that gold, or out of gold a little bit. Actually, how is gold doing? I mean, honestly, looking pretty strong, really strong, but that wick, you know, this wick, there was a lot of buying wicks last 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess today too, kind of 5 days buying, but let's see. I mean, the RSI is a little extended too. Not that it really matters, but it, just some indication. I think there will be a little pullback still. Yeah, let's just boom, pew. That might happen. Silver is probably just similar. A very nice, fine grind line. Very fine. Daily candles as usual. That's what we usually look at. And crude oil. These are weekly candles now. relative to days before. Good volume here, I guess. What happened that day? Well, I still think crude's looking spicy. Back on daily candles with Bitcoin, that's honestly looking like a downward pattern. This looked really good this day, but now you can see where every candle is kind of just slowly going like this. Even like, these are still lower highs actually. Or higher lows, but these are also kind of lower highs. That's interesting. Volume really dried up too. Wow, that's interesting. Is this gonna break down or will it sustain? So this is the... No, let's get that right. I mean, it's obviously this, right? This candle wick. Let's get that at 0 degrees. Back from here, you can see 1, 2, almost 3, almost 4, 5, almost 6, 7, 8. I mean, if I did that perfectly, it might have lined up, but this is kind of looking like a breakdown on like just a large time frame. What do you guys think? I mean, if this was in a book, this would probably show it would go down. But we're not in a book, we're in the real world. What other factors can we look at? Is it gonna break down or not? I don't know. Keep an eye on it though. That's faux show. The DXY, the dollar index, is kind of falling a little bit. Oh man, I'm tired. Let's see what else is on my list. I know Exxon is kind of just trading in this range. Nothing too new. I think I bought some more Verizon. Actually, I don't remember the last time I made a video what day it was, but we did some buying in Verizon down here. I think it was more like these days. 27th. If it gets down to this line, I'm definitely going to be a pretty heavy buyer. That's where I'd like to put in a decent amount, or a decent position. Hasn't really been that long, 100 days. I think I started my position at like 55, yeah, around here. This is just looking like a big kind of breakout. I don't know for sure, but man, we're looking at, yeah, I think it's looking spicy. It's just a pretty good dividend play. I did say some news popped up on Exxon Mobil and advanced talks to acquire Savannah Energy. Cool. There was something on the news about Exxon, how they had I think 2 board members. They were like legally allowed to join, and they're there to like help with climate control or something. It was something like that, but that day the stock was down like a percentage. I'm not sure why. I think that's kind of a good thing. I think that's kind of like a good thing though, because it kind of helps the company become more sustainable, and I think in the consumer's eyes it also looks better. But again, like most of these companies aren't expected to start changing their practices for like another 5 or 10 years. That gives plenty of time to adjust. NEM, I'm still considering selling more, you know. We're really up here in this channel, but I'm worried that this is gonna be the time that it's gonna break, you know. Like if this does ever hit $100, like I'm out, but that's still like, that's probably not gonna do that, but I would just hate to be in this, have it break out really far, and not be in it. But it's also more probable it's probably gonna go down. We've been consolidating here for probably about like 2 weeks after that big run up. So something's gonna happen eventually. After this dividend, is that today? No, that was yesterday. No, that is today, okay. Maybe some people will dump it, we'll see what happens. Not dump it, but you know, just how it this is probably a good price. Because we're getting, I think about 4 of these candles. That's wild. I mean, it can't happen like GameStop and keep ripping up, but at the same time, like, is it? I don't know. I'm not gonna bet that. It's not really a good bet, in my opinion. Yeah, I wouldn't want to play that game, but some people do. It's fun. I guess it's definitely risky. I still have Altria Group, ticker MO. Kinda just being patient. We got that huge mega trend. But then again, like Biden might do some things with the company or tobacco companies and restrict them or tax them more. So gotta reevaluate before I enter the position, but I think all of that won't be that detrimental. And at least for a trade. I'm still looking. We did get that. So these are monthly candles again. We did get that pop. We missed it. Kinda missed that. Good. This is the good line. Like, this is the line I would love to get in, but because the risk reward's the greatest. Definitely really heavy resistance at about $50. Maybe like 45. It still has to fall like 8%. It's actually only 8. That looks like a lot more. 45, that's like 8%. Realistically, maybe 15% from this line. I don't know, just not a good risk reward play right now. I mean, I still have Dave and Buster's on here, but watching this for so long, it's like, I don't know, but macro plays, it doesn't look too bad. Looking at these supports, like this support here is actually pretty spicy. At 37, I mean, we've been watching this for like months. Literally months, but this support actually isn't that good. This support looks way stronger. Let's get rid of these. And here, move. That still has to fall like 10%, which I think would be good. Big move up though, so I don't think this is a good company to invest in though, but for a trade, I definitely like this support zone right here. Like, even if you catch this little channel, that's like 15%, probably like 10% with just entries and exits, which is pretty good, but realistically, we got that move up. I want to see a pullback. See it hold here, and then enter. I still like it, honestly. It's not necessarily a pattern as much as it is just a very strong support. Like, again, these are months since 2016. I guess even more if you want to extend it, because we got these candles, wicks, the candle wicks, really holding it up. Simon Property still would have been a decent play. We were looking at it back around here. I mean, it had that push up and then fall down, but ultimately it did go up. My one friend is in this. He's up like over 100%. I actually think he's in at like 70. Would that be 100? No, less than that. 50, 60 maybe. Yeah, it's gotta be like 60. Because he's somewhere in this channel. He's just chilled. Smith and Weston, I still like to trade this. guess actually this line, like I'm already up about like 25%. I don't want this to turn into like an SM play where I get out after like 100% when I could have made like 1,000, but I also think it's extended, so it's weird. Like, what do you do? Cause like SM, like literally, I was in at $5, maybe I was under $5. Like that could have been up. I mean, I probably would not have held it this long, but let's like, yeah, at least 200% or something. I guess it's all relative, though. You shouldn't think like that. This is also interesting too. Look at the RSI. I mean, that's kind of. It's interesting though if you trade RSI like this. Oh, higher, low. We gotta short it or we gotta sell. Like, you would have lost so much money. Even though this is going up, you know, it's divergence. That's why I don't really trade RSI divergence, because this is like just a clear indicator that, hey, like, it doesn't necessarily matter. Although it does help sometimes. Not a lot. At least from what I've anticipated or looked up. Actually, I'm very sad, yeah. Gotta talk about this. Gotta find it though. Actually, I'll just type it in. Space, bro, that was tragic. Literally, so, you know, we buy 22, is that right? No, 20, yeah, around here. You know, it falls, we lose like 10%. I think we sold, I sold like maybe down here, maybe 15% loss, I don't really remember. Definitely low. It bounces up, boom, shoots up. Like, this from here to here is almost 100%. So even if I had my shares at like 22, whatever, like, we still would have been up like 25%, and that was kind of the move I was looking for. But yeah, I would have had to wait weeks, 1, 2, 3, like 3 weeks of being down 30% just to make the 30-40%, you know, so is that worth it? I don't know. In my head it's not, so the fact that I got out before it dropped further was okay, because this might not have happened, you know. I mean, in hindsight, yeah, it did. Even on that monthly candle, this still looks fine. But I wasn't ready to trade this stock on a monthly candle. I think we were doing like a weekly or even daily. So I said on a weekly this should hold, and it didn't. Yeah, I think weekly is what I did. Because weekly you can clearly see 1, 2, like 3, 4, almost 5. Then 6 is the one that was holding. Then we entered. Boom, collapsed. So I mean, this could have kept going. You don't know. You really don't. But it didn't, you know, shot up. So it's just a risk you gotta take. And timing is important. What happened to Rocket? Yeah, Rocket literally died. Look at that candle though. What the heck is that? Tragic, but I think, yeah. Oh, even on like macro weekly time frames, it really tried to break up and did not. Wow. Yeah, I would be down like, where was I even? I don't know, but I think it was here. I'd be down like 30%. That's not a loss that I'm ready to like commit to, you know. Whoops, what's happening? What probably gonna thin it out a little bit. Yeah, I think that's the play. That's the move by the end of June, about 30% cash. At least 30%. So we're gonna sell off some stuff. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, everybody.